I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact. This administration is full of people with heart and soul, and they make me proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're not, don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch of the world. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
Gavin Newsom, who usually runs out and blames Donald Trump for every single failure, but now this has to do with a state, has to do with one of the most important cities in the West Coast, which is San Francisco. If you guys can see it from what I'm reading, is the fact that he is absolutely nowhere to be found as of right now. He usually jumps on social media speaking about all Trump's failures, but the fact of the matter is the incompetence and the over-regulations and all of the bad things already happening in California due to his policies, and now he's going to run for president. Now we have the whole city blacked out, still over 150,000 people with no power. This is what it looks like at right before nighttime, like the power outages, power just shut off. And again, many people are running to X to speak about this because this is a pretty big deal. In fact, what happened is those self-driving cars, which is the Waymo cars, were beginning to malfunction. I mean, everyone is saying that this looked very, very much out of a horror movie, excuse me. And I'm going to show you exactly what this video is. It has some music, so I'm going to take off the video. But these cars were literally just stopped in the middle of the road because the power has shut down. So this is a mess. When you're an empath and you see all the Waymos getting confused during the power outage, now this is not a good sign. I'll be honest with you, because the Waymos are robotic taxis that, again, are being used and tried in the United States of America, as we are one of the greatest countries in the world in innovations and what we are starting. But this right here being tested in California, and that's just being tested, and people are ordering Waymos to go from place to place. They stop in the middle and they're cooked, like they can't go anywhere. So this is all happening. And again, this is some terrifying stuff happening in California. I want to give you an update here because, again, massive power outage, blacked out about 30% of San Francisco, California on Saturday, affecting 130,000 customers, PG&E customers, after a sustained fire. Cause under investigation right now. 124,000 people are still without power. And I want to give you guys this update right here.
Here's an update for you from the Emergency Operations Center. We are still in contact with PG&E. There was a fire at a substation, so we are still not clear when power will be restored to over 130,000 customers. So what I'm going to ask all of you to do is, if you do not need to go out tonight, stay home, safe. We still have many traffic lights out. We have a lot of officers, law enforcement, traffic officers out at intersections, but we got rain coming. It's nighttime. If you don't need to go out, stay home, and I'll keep you posted.
So again, you heard the update there, and go to Mario in the fall here on X. He says largest blackout in San Francisco history shuts off Golden Gate Bridge. The power cut out in the middle of a rainy day just in time to ruin holiday plans and trap people on broken trains. So the trains began to stop working. We got the robotic taxis stopped working, as you saw that picture there. It looked insane. The public transit is dead. Bay Area rapid transit stations shut down. Muni and Central subways went silent. If you try to get across the city, good luck, especially with traffic lights out and no one remembering how a four-way stop works. The spark, a literal one, a fire inside PG&E sustained lit up the Mission District. Officials say it probably helped knock out the power, but no one's sure. No one's sure about any of this. If that was even the reason, PG&E isn't even talking much. And we, again, have no word from the governor of the state, so we don't even know what's going on. The outage hit 130,000 people, wiping out electricity for almost a third of San Francisco. How is this even possible that this many people can lose? What is happening in the handling of this state that this is even a possibility for San Francisco? Imagine what can really happen. Imagine if this is a sign for more things to come. Imagine the person who was in charge of this state being in charge of the country. I mean, we're talking about riots in the streets, pure chaos in the streets if something like this were to happen. I mean, think about the situation that we would be in as a whole if the entire America had a power outage this way. So still no answers, no accountability, and more rain in the forecast. So that's coming from the LA Times. That was a little earlier today. And someone made a joke here, and it's not a funny time, but somebody said maybe Newsom didn't pay the power bill. I'm not going to lie to you. That's crazy. Power's out, trains are dead, and no one knows how to force four-way stop. We are so cooked, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very cooked. But again, last time we saw Gavin Newsom, or anytime we see Gavin Newsom, this picture was posted by Elon Musk. He don't care. You think he cares about what's going on? This is the same guy that walks over homeless people, the same guy who's received billions of
people in Minnesota are very upset that the fraud police are in town. Look at this mob assaulting. Oh no! Boy, these people should go inside and stop interfering with federal agents. Wow! And look, the agents are backing up, man. They're surrounded. Apparently, half the apartments here emptied out.
They're not supposed to here. Go home!
Federal prosecutors, Dana, in Minnesota have been warning and still warning that we're looking at the tip of the iceberg in terms of the extent of this fraud in Minnesota. As you mentioned, 6 new indictments and 1 guilty plea were announced yesterday as federal agents executed a search warrant on Ultimate Home Health Services, a Somali-owned home care agency. The new indictment zeroes in on the autism program called Early Intensive Developmental and Behavioral Intervention, or EIDBI, and zeroed in on housing stabilization programs. In the case of the housing stabilization program, the Assistant U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson says defendants claim to provide housing assistance to people with mental illness, and they say the defendants submitted claims, provided no service. Thompson used the term fraud tourism, claiming 2 men from Philadelphia learned there was easy money in Minnesota, so they flew into the state, set up shop, and started billing the government. As far as defrauding the autism programs, Thompson introduced one new case of a defendant recruiting parents, getting bogus documents for a diagnosis of autism for the child. The parents would then get a kickback from the money intended to treat the autistic child.
The parents were in on the fraud.
What we're seeing is programs that are just entirely fraudulent. These aren't companies that are providing some services but overbilling Medicare or Medicaid. These are companies that are providing essentially no services. They're essentially shell companies created to defraud the program, created to submit
That is
on a wholesale
awful.
level.
Now, the housing
And this is
stabilization
like
program for
industrial
one was
fraud
created
going
with a
on
prediction
here.
it would cost $2.6 million annually. It ballooned to $21 million in 2021 and exploded to $104 million in 2024.
That's insane. But look at who else was just caught lying.
ICE director is saying now that your son was not pulled over by ICE.
Ooh.
He's saying there's no evidence.
How do they know that?
He didn't specify, but he's saying that.
Is he saying he has documentations for all the people they pulled over?
He hasn't
Because you've been asking for that information. We haven't gotten it from them. So if ICE is confirming now that they collect data and refusing to provide it to members of Congress, then that's an interesting omission.
So she says her son
He's
wasn't
also
pulled
saying
over.
that your anti-ICE rhetoric has put agents in danger.
It probably
What's your
has.
take on that? Your response?
Definitely
to that?
has.
Well, their crackdown has terrorized my community, so they need to stop.
Wow. But the thing is, there's no community here that's at risk. All ICE can do is arrest people who are in America illegally. All the fraud police can do is bust businesses that are stealing.
Yo, it's the funniest thing. Yo, go watch the lives of the protest in Columbus, Ohio right now. People are at the embassy suites where ICE is at. Now, mind you, they are required to stand so far away from the building. They protesting, making noise, of course, flying flags from every country but the United States. They're beeping horns, they're playing music. They are so far away from the hotel that I bet you people in the lobby can't even hear them. And ICE is probably, if you've ever been to that Embassy Suites in Columbus, Ohio, you know it has really good sound quality in those rooms. And ICE is probably on the top floor looking down on these people cracking up. Actually, at this point, ICE is probably sleeping like a baby while people are out in the cold, out in the ice, baby. They out in the ice, baby, protesting, freezing in the ice. I cannot.
So I've been hearing these rumors about a McDonald's in Uptown in South Minneapolis, about how they're protecting illegal immigrants by having a guard at the door, not letting certain people in if they look like ICE agents. You know, nobody would ever post the address of this particular establishment. It's right at the intersection of Lagoon and Hennepin Avenue in South Minneapolis. The address is 2929 Hennepin Avenue South, Minneapolis, Minnesota 55408. It's about time these people get put on blast. You know, I'm for one fed up with these illegals getting protected by these parasitic liberal scum. You know, and just so ICE is aware, I don't know if they realize this or not, but the McDonald's doors at this place are made out of glass. They're easily able to be shattered, and if the ICE really wants to get in there, they will. I feel like it's about time that ICE gets in there and helps clean up this city. Believe it or not, there are MAGA supporters here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Believe it or not, they really are. There really is. And we're tired of it. We're tired of hiding. We're not doing it anymore. We're coming out, making a stand, and getting the city cleaned up.
Officials in Tennessee from the Department of Children's Services, you're going to want to share this, found a loophole where they're taking undocumented kids, putting them under state custody in the state system, which in turn gets them budgeted and paid for all of these services by Americans, citizens of Tennessee. What they're doing is they're helping these kids get an abandonment through juvenile court, which gives them a special circumstance juvenile immigration status. Once they get this abandonment status, they're allowed to bring over their families who are undocumented from other countries. This is a loophole that they found and they are exploiting. We're finding out that it's in Tennessee, but I'm sure it's happening nationwide. They're continuing to do whatever they can to get them from their countries here and then have you and I pay for them. This is not okay. Let's get the word out. Let's let them know that we know what they're doing.
I had no idea people hated soldiers so much. I posted a video yesterday joking about the excitement for the warrior dividend payments, and it was surprising to see the level of hate in the comments. And that was surprising to see because honestly, I've only ever had positive interactions with civilians. Like, for example, I just got back from this little airport mission where we had to walk around the airport for a few days, and it was like we were celebrities. Like, everybody wanted to talk to us. Everybody's waving, coming up, thank us for our service, saying nice things. I had a little kid give me a little toy police car. People trying to give us money, which of course we didn't accept, but the gesture was nice. People offering to buy us coffee, offering to buy us food, all kind of stuff. So it was really surprising to see the opposite end of that, where all I did was post a video, and I got people in the comments saying that we're stupid and we're gullible and we sold our soul, and arguing about where the funds came from, as if I have any say in where the funds came from. Like, why can't we just be happy that service members got a little bit of money right before Christmas, which some of them probably needed? Probably really going to help some people. And to everyone saying, oh, it's only $1,700, go ahead and DM me real quick so we can set up that transfer from your bank account to my bank account, since you clearly don't want it.